안녕하세요. 50살에 시작하는 10분 영어입니다. 이번 영상은 어떤 상황이나 사람 혹은 감정을 일부러 무시하려고 할 때 사용하는 표현입니다. 무엇을 무시하려고 해? 무시해봐, 무시해라는 의미의 try to ignore입니다. try to ignore로 시작하는 기초생활영어 30문장을 듣고 따라해 보세요. 채널 구독과 좋아요는 다음 영상 제작에 큰 도움이 됩니다. 문장별 4번씩 반복합니다.
Listen and repeat. Number 1.
그건 무시해봐.
Try to ignore it.
Try to ignore it.
Try to ignore it.
Try to ignore it. Number 2.
그를 무시해봐.
Try to ignore him.
Try to ignore him.
Try to ignore him.
Try to ignore him. Number 3.
소음을 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the noise.
Try to ignore the noise.
Try to ignore the noise.
Try to ignore the noise. Number 4.
소리를 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the sound.
Try to ignore the sound.
Try to ignore the sound.
Try to ignore the sound. Number 5.
그 통증은 참아봐.
Try to ignore the pain.
Try to ignore the pain.
Try to ignore the pain.
Try to ignore the pain. Number 6.
스트레스는 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the stress.
Try to ignore the stress.
Try to ignore the stress.
Try to ignore the stress. Number 7.
압박을 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the pressure.
Try to ignore the pressure.
Try to ignore the pressure.
Try to ignore the pressure. Number 8.
댓글을 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the comments.
Try to ignore the comments.
Try to ignore the comments.
Try to ignore the comments. Number 9.
그들이 하는 말을 무시해봐.
Try to ignore what they say.
Try to ignore what they say.
Try to ignore what they say.
Try to ignore what they say. Number 10.
그가 했던 말은 무시해봐.
Try to ignore what he said.
Try to ignore what he said.
Try to ignore what he said.
Try to ignore what he said. Number 11.
그녀 생각들은 무시해봐.
Try to ignore what she thinks.
Try to ignore what she thinks.
Try to ignore what she thinks.
Try to ignore what she thinks. Number 12.
소문을 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the rumors.
Try to ignore the rumors.
Try to ignore the rumors.
Try to ignore the rumors. Number 13.
거짓말은 무시해.
Try to ignore the lies.
Try to ignore the lies.
Try to ignore the lies.
Try to ignore the lies. Number 14.
부정적인 건 무시해.
Try to ignore the negativity.
Try to ignore the negativity.
Try to ignore the negativity.
Try to ignore the negativity. Number 15.
과거를 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the past.
Try to ignore the past.
Try to ignore the past.
Try to ignore the past. Number 16.
두려움을 무시해봐.
Try to ignore your fears.
Try to ignore your fears.
Try to ignore your fears.
Try to ignore your fears. Number 17.
의심을 무시해봐.
Try to ignore your doubts.
Try to ignore your doubts.
Try to ignore your doubts.
Try to ignore your doubts. Number 18.
걱정은 무시해봐.
Try to ignore your worries.
Try to ignore your worries.
Try to ignore your worries.
Try to ignore your worries. Number 19.
휴대폰을 무시해봐.
Try to ignore your phone.
Try to ignore your phone.
Try to ignore your phone.
Try to ignore your phone. Number 20.
메시지를 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the message.
Try to ignore the message.
Try to ignore the message.
Try to ignore the message. Number 21.
알림을 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the notification.
Try to ignore the notification.
Try to ignore the notification.
Try to ignore the notification. Number 22.
나는 그걸 무시하고 넘어가려고 해.
I try to ignore it and move on.
I try to ignore it and move on.
I try to ignore it and move on.
I try to ignore it and move on. Number 23.
나는 내 감정을 무시하려고 하는 중이야.
I'm trying to ignore my feelings.
I'm trying to ignore my feelings.
I'm trying to ignore my feelings.
I'm trying to ignore my feelings. Number 24.
나는 그가 한 말을 무시하려고 했어.
I tried to ignore what he said.
I tried to ignore what he said.
I tried to ignore what he said.
I tried to ignore what he said. Number 25.
그녀는 통증을 무시하려고 하고 있어.
She's trying to ignore the pain.
She's trying to ignore the pain.
She's trying to ignore the pain.
She's trying to ignore the pain. Number 26.
그는 자신의 분노를 무시하려고 해.
He's trying to ignore his anger.
He's trying to ignore his anger.
He's trying to ignore his anger.
He's trying to ignore his anger. Number 27.
다른 모든 것은 무시해봐.
Try to ignore everything else.
Try to ignore everything else.
Try to ignore everything else.
Try to ignore everything else. Number 28.
방해를 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the distraction.
Try to ignore the distraction.
Try to ignore the distraction.
Try to ignore the distraction. Number 29.
나쁜 기분은 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the bad mood.
Try to ignore the bad mood.
Try to ignore the bad mood.
Try to ignore the bad mood. Number 30.
어색한 침묵을 무시해봐.
Try to ignore the awkward silence.
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 50살에 시작하는 10분 영어. 채널 구독과 좋아요는 영상 제작에 큰 도움이 됩니다. 감사합니다.